Water it up.
You're live, baby.
Really?
We are.
So bad?
What time is it? Oh, it's a little early.
7.
All right, but we're live? If we're live, I'm going to repeat yesterday. You guys could still talk because Shir doesn't start until 7:15. I'm just going to repeat. Not really. Okay, we got another minute. I read an email yesterday, but it didn't go on the video, and it was a big chizuk for me, and I think it's a big chizuk. We have a chabura in Manchester. There are about 15 guys that learn together and watch the shir live. I'm still waiting for pictures. So one of the guys in the chabura writes me an email. Hi Rebelli, I'm a member of the... By the way, I'm going to read good emails. If somebody writes me a nice email, we'll read it. Baruch atah Adonai. Eloheinu melech haolam she'hakolim yeh b'dvaroi. Has to be a good one. I'm a member of the Manchester Chabura and was recently in the hospital for major surgery for a week, missing the siyum. Now wishing to fall behind the new cycle, I took my art school Berachos and started learning first Mishnah. I couldn't concentrate with all the noise from the other patients and the nurses and Baruch Hashem, I went online. Mamish a lifesaver. First the 8-minute, then the full daf. Now I don't. So unbelievable chizuk. He's in the hospital sitting there watching the 8-minute and the full daf. He's with us learning the full daf. So now he's recuperating at home, and the first thing he listens to after davening is the shir. Many, many thanks. It's such a great shir. You should have a refuah shleim. His name is Shlomo E. We'll call him. All right. So that's that. Now, yesterday's shir was sponsored for the successful surgery of Gary Ben Moshe's father. So you should have a refuah shleima, you should recover. Talking about Gary Ben Moshe, Gary, come up here. The shir bought you a present because Gary stays up at night until 2, 3 in the morning getting out those. Come here, Gary. And he works really hard and he uses his phone. And he doesn't have his pen, his stylus pen. So the shir went out, they splurged. They got him this $4 pen from America. My wife brought it. So I just wanted to give it to you. Yishkoyach. Thanks for all the hard work. But that was the shir. I myself figured, what's a pen without a real phone? So Mela, I got him the brand new Note 10. Yishkoyach. You should use it for the shir.
Thank you.
This guy's up seriously till 2, 3 in the morning because to send out 15,000 messages on WhatsApp is a very, very hard task. So you should call Gary. And with that, let's start the shir. We're holding Daf Yud Omid Beis. Daf Yud Omid Beis by the Mishnah. Brand new Masechta, brand new Perek, brand new Mishnah. What are you looking at me? You never heard me say that before? A new Mishnah is a new Masechta. It started now, it's a great time to start. Beit Shammai Oimrim. Bo'erev kol odom yatev yikru ba'boker yamoid. How much time will we waste on that? Where's my thing? Where's my... Oh, 3 minutes, okay. But I'm looking for my guy. I had him a second ago. Maybe I turned the page on him.
The little white thing?
Yeah, where's my white thing? He got lost in the whole... Oh, here it is. Okay, shkoyach. So we're going back to the pasuk of Shach B'chov Kumecha. Welcome back. You see, it worked. For the 2 days they're here from America, they're here at the shir Givaldik. It says in the pasuk Shach B'chov Kumecha. So we said you have to say Kriya Shema when you go to sleep and when you wake up. Shammai take it a step further and they say Bo'erev kol odom yatev yikro. Shach B'chov means literally when you're laying down, at a time that you lay down, but you must be laying down. You can't say Kriya Shema when you're sitting up or standing up. U'ba'boker yamoid, it says uvkumecha, you're standing up. So you must say Kriya Shema when you stand up. Shenemar uv'shach b'chov kumecha. U'beisil loimrim kol odom koire kedarkoi. You could say Kriya Shema any way you feel like. Shenemar uv'lechtu chavaderech. Amazing raya. It says in the pasuk when you're going on the way, walking on the way is walking, not sleeping, not laying, not standing straight either. You're walking. V'yikra So now Beis Hillel elaborate here. They go through the whole pasuk and they explain themselves very well, whereas Beis Shammai not so much, and the Gemara goes into it. So how does Beis Hillel explain the words that Beis Shammai learned from? It's the time of the day. When you go to sleep, you should say Kriya Shema. But how? What position? Even walking. Says Reb Tarfon, I was once on the way, and I decided to be machmir like Beis Shammai and laid down. Now listen, I put myself in a situation of danger. You would have deserved it. Had you died, you would have deserved it. In other words, they're saying here, it's chayiv misa. Listening to Beis Shammai instead of doing what the halacha says like Beis Hillel. There's a baskel that says the halacha is like Beis Hillel, so he would have deserved it. Zok the Gemara. By the way, real quickly, we had the guy that owns the Ptil Chelis came here and gave us a whole demonstration what Chelis looks like. So one of the people in the shir, a very generous individual, wants to remain unanimous, not me, don't worry, anonymous, said that whoever wants to buy his first pair of Chelis and is going to wear it, he'll donate it. He'll give it to him for free. So if anybody wants, come to me. The tzitzis themselves, because they're like 200 shekel probably. So what? You can wear it chelis, not the Regina, the Ptil Chelis one, the
real one.
Turculus, what's it called? Murex Turculus, whatever.
What happens if
Not Bresla. Bishlam Beis Hillel come and fire shit hamayu, b'time of the Beis Shammai. So Beis Hillel is very self-explanatory. Beis Shammai, my time of Beis Hillel. Didn't Beis Hillel say a gevaldige taina over left the chavad derech? Means there's no position. If you're just trying to tell me the time of the day, it shouldn't have said b'shach b'chov kumecha. A lashon of standing up and laying down. It should say night and day. I learned from here two things. Shchiva mamish. When you go to sleep, you should really be sleeping. You should be in a laying position. You have to say Shema Shchiva mamish. And when you're getting up, Kima mamish, you have to literally stand up to say Kriya Shema. That's a tremendous question. What do they do with the words of Alech Techa B'derech? It seems like you could say Kriya Shema even when you're walking. And this is an amazing sugya. Look at the sanyo b'shivtecha b'veisecha prat lo oisik b'mitzvah. If somebody is preoccupied doing a mitzvah, ha'oisik b'mitzvah, patur min mitzvah. You're already doing a mitzvah. You don't have to do another mitzvah. So he's in the middle of doing another mitzvah. He doesn't have to say Kriya Shema. What about us? We are wearing tzitzis right now, so we are patur from other mitzvahs. That's Tosfos kasha. So Tosfos says, if you can be mekayim both of them, that's okay. According to the Rashba, since I already did the mitzvah, I put it on, I'm not oisik in it. I'm not going towards another mitzvah. I already did it. I already put on my tefillin. If you're walking towards a mitzvah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not mechayiv you to do another mitzvah. But if I already did it, then that's okay. And the Ran says something in between, and the halach is like the Ran. The Ran says that if it's not like Tosfos that Efshel L'Kayim Shnayim, since you could be Mekayim Shnayim, in other words, you're doing the tzitzis and it's not preoccupying you, then you are mechuyev to do the second one. Fine. Zok the Gemara, uvelech l'chavad derech, prat l'chasan. The other words, uvelech l'chavad derech, come to teach us that a chasan who's preoccupied with his marriage, he's patur from mitzvahs. Now, why is he not included in oisik b'mitzvah patur min mitzvah? For that, you need to see Rashi, and that is a question that they asked on last test in Dirshu. So if you're taking the Dirshu test, look out for this question. The answer is because a chasan is not preoccupied physically with a mitzvah, it's all in his head. His tirda, his preoccupation is in his head. And that's a chiddush that even if you just tar it in your mind, that's also considered oisik b'mitzvah. Mikan Amru. So chasan is patur mikriya shema. Mikan Amra koines is a psula patur. If he's marrying a psula version, he's patur. V'salmana chayav. And the Gemara is going to explain. My mashma ra papa ki derech. It says in the pasuk Belechtecha v'derech. Why Belechtecha v'derech? It should say Uvelechtecha when you're going. What's baderech? On the way. Usually you go on the way. It's an extra word. Says the Gemara ki derech. Ma derech rishus afkol rishus. Derech means I could do it if I want to. I don't have to. So therefore, if I have to do another mitzvah, then I'm pater. But if I don't have to do the other mitzvah, stam, I'm just Torah because I feel like doing something, then that doesn't pater me from a mitzvah. Mila asking on the azal dvar mitzvah, but uvelech chavaderech could mean also, it can mean anything. It can mean he's going on a trip for business. It can mean he's going on a trip for another mitzvah. It doesn't say in the Torah what it is. So it means even if he's going for another mitzvah, the Torah still obligates him to say Kriya Shema. Says the Gemara, when the Torah says b'shiftecha uvelechtecha, my b'shiftecha uvelechtecha b'sheves didach uveleches didach hu demechayves. If you're going because you decided to go, then you're mechuyev to. You decided to take a vacation, you're mechuyev to say Kriya Shema. The mitzvah appears, but if the Torah tells you to go, just b'sheves uveleches, then you are pater from Kriya Shema. The Gemara is going to explain that we need two things here. We need a combination, and that's what the Gemara is going to explain. So if a person marries a woman who was married before, so he's mekayim a mitzvah. So at least somebody's mekayim a mitzvah, going to do, he's also a mitzvah. How come he's not pater from Kriya Shema? Says Gemara, hay torid v'hay loy torid. What paters you is not the oisik b'mitzvah when you get married, it's the tirda, the preoccupation. Your mind is off of the mitzvah. You can't think about Kriya Shema because you're thinking about other things. Imishum tirda, afilu tava isfinasa bayam. That we have, a geschmack cartoon. It's when Obama was Jewish once upon a time. There's America sinking, I guess. Anyways, tava isfinasa bayam. This guy's you see he's busy. He's playing golf. He's busy. He can't think about anything else but his sfina. So if he's thinking, what? Yeah, of course. Yes, tzitzis.
Yeah, of course.
You don't see the tchelas? Come on. Of course he has tchelas. Obama's makman and tchelas. Oh, sorry. There's nothing to see. This doesn't add anything to the sugya. Sorry.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was never married. The Torah?
No, because his tirda is the psulim. He's worried about the whole psulim, what's going to be, how it's going to happen.
If he's married or not.
No, it's not that maisa. He's thinking about the psulim, I think. That's the. If that's his thing, then fine. If he has such a tirda. So, in other words, if his mind is occupied, but a mundane thing, his business is going down the tubes, his sfina is sinking, so now he can't concentrate well on Shema. Is he pater? And if you'll say yes, he's pater from Kriya Shema. A person just lost a loved one. He literally can't think about anything. He's mamish Torah. His brain is somewhere else. So l'chayr should be pater from all the mitzvahs. And what's the halacha? He's chayiv in all the mitzvahs chutz min tefillin. There's a certain ptur b'tefillin. Why? Shenemar ben pe'er, shenemar pe'ercha chavoy shalecha. Shmuel told Yecheskel, you have to wear tefillin, even though I don't allow you to be misavel on your wife. He had to wear shoes, he had to do everything besides tefillin. Why? Because tefillin are pe'er, and when you're ba'avelus, you have dirt on your head, you misgoylel in the dirt, Rashi says, you're betzar. It's not good for tefillin. But, what? No, you chayiv in all the mitzvahs. Chayiv in all the mitzvahs, besides tefillin. Oinen is pater from tefillin. Oinen is... Right. All mitzvahs, you're right. First day is pater, but not after kvura. After kvura they do put on tefillin. I'm pretty sure I'll go bottom. Okay. What do you see? That if a person is tarud in any other thing, a mundane thing, nobody told him to be concerned about his lost one, but he is. Nevertheless, he's chayv b'mitzvahs. Why? We tell the guy, put it aside. It's your problem. You have to take your tirda, your thoughts, and move it aside and think about HaKadosh Baruch Hu and say Kriya Shema. Says the Gemara, this is the difference. Hasam tarud tirda the mitzvah, hacha tarud tirda the rishus. This is the end of the sugya. We need Yeshua says we need to expand. Why? There's room. There's a seat over there. There's room over here. Come sit next to me. Baruch Hashem. So Nachamal, there's a combination here. There's a combination of being preoccupied in your head, but it has to be a preoccupation of a mitzvah. Those two things together. A chassan getting married, and it's a mitzvah, and he's preoccupied. Those two things together pater him from Kriya Shema. Now, so some are not even gurs these words. They're difficult words. I'm going to say it the way it is, the best I understood it. Beit Shammai, what do they do with the words uvelechta chavaderech and with boileu prat l'shluchei mitzvah? That if somebody's even on the way to performing a mitzvah, similar to what we're saying, on the way to performing a mitzvah, even though he's not actually performing the mitzvah, he's also pater. Ubei Hillel, that already learn uvelechta chavaderech. They teach us that uvelechta chavaderech means any position. So how do Beit Hillel learn uvelechta chavaderech any position and oisik b'mitzvah pater min mitzvah? There's two different things. Amri memela shamas mino dafilu b'derech nami kari. We'll learn this concept of a chassan is pater from Kriya Shema, but we also see from the actual physical words. You can't go away from the pashup pshat and pasuk. Pashup pshat and pasuk is uvelechta chavaderech. You could be in any position. You don't have to be laying down. Memela, they learn the two things. Tana Rabbanan. You can be in any position, even matin. Matin means even like Beit Shammai. I can lay down and say Kriya Shema. So we have to remember that if l'chayr, a person is laying down, Beit Hillel is not going to argue that it's okay if you say Kriya Shema. We will see, however, that if you were standing up and you try to lay down to be makbir like Beit Shammai, then that's a problem. But the actual position of laying down is not a problem according to Beit Hillel, because you could be in any position you want. You could be sitting, standing, leaning, hoichem baderech, walking, and here's the kicker. You could be at work and say Kriya Shema, and that's a sugi later on. Exactly what we do. Says the Gemara. So we have both Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah and Rabbi Shmuel who are together. Rabbi Shmuel mutav Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah zakuf. Rabbi Shmuel was laying down. He was already ready for the position of Beit Shammai. Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah zakuf, he was standing up, not in the position of Beit Shammai. Kivin shegiyaz my Kriya Shema. So the time of Kriya Shema came. Hito Rabbi Elazar v'zakav Rabbi Shmuel. So Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Where am I? So Rabbi Elazar went from a standing position to a laying position, and then Rabbi Shmuel jumped up. He was already laying down, so he jumped up. Why did you jump up? You're already laying down. You should have been Yaitza according to Beit Shammai. Yishmael Achi. Here we have a. Here. You have a beautiful long beard. What did the guy do? You got to shave it off. Here, before and after. The tzitzis, I covered them. They're over here, but yeah. There's other things I had to cover, in case you're wondering why it's a little off here. This is bigger than this. Shine. This guy is not so firm. I don't know. Notice he doesn't have payas.
Is that Zizita?
What? No. He's very Jewish. Yeah, anyways, Akopanim, so it says like this. What's going on here? I give you a compliment, you take the compliment and you destroy my compliment. I tell you have a nice beard, so you have to shave off your beard because I gave you a compliment. Avatokach. If I'm standing at the muta, you're laying down. I want to be like you. I want to join you laying down. You're going to jump up. What's going on here? I have to go la like Beit Hillel, and they say not to lay down. You don't have to lay down. What if Talmidim see both of us laying down saying Kriya Shema? They'll think that's the halacha. Says the Gemara, you already said the halacha is like Beit Hillel. What do you have to add? And the Talmidim will see. At the end of the day, Beit Hillel hold you could be in a laying position. It's not a problem. That's if you're already laying down, you're already in bed, and then my Kriya Shema came, so you don't have to stand up. You could be in a laying position, say Beit Hillel. Even that hashta have a zakuf, but you were standing up, the hashta mutta, and you laid down. I had to make a mecha. I was already laying down. I would have been fine according to Beit Hillel. But you that showed that you want to be makbid on Beit Shammai, you did something wrong. So Mamela, you caused me to jump out of my position and go from a laying position to a standing position. So the Talmudim are going to say, look, he was laying down, he stayed laying down. He was standing up, he laid down. So the halacha is like Beit Shammai. We got to be concerned about the future generations. Now we have a three-way machlokes. What happens if somebody does like Beit Shammai? He's in a standing position and lays down. Yoitza, not yoitza. Three shitas. Also, there is Hillel. Also, so we have Rav Yecheskel who says that at the end of the day, but even Beit Hillel hold that you could be in a laying position. So if he went from a standing position to a laying position, no, is at least yoitza. Rav Yosef Amar also could be Shammai lo yasavali klum, garnished. V'snan misho yerosh v'rubi b'sukkah b'shuchon b'sukkah bayis. We have in Masech the Sukkah, if a person is sitting in a sukkah, most of himself, he's in a decent sized sukkah, the way the Rishonim explain over there, according to most Rishonim, he's in a regular sized sukkah. The problem is, the issue is that he has a table that's inside his house. We're concerned that he's going to get up and walk into his house, follow his table. Beit Hillel says it's not a problem, Beit Shammai says it's a problem. Beit Shammai poison Beit Hillel machshirim. Omar Beit Hillel Beit Shammai. Ma'aseh shochav ziknei Beit Shammai v'ziknei Beit Hillel bakes Rabbi Yochanan ben Acharonis. There's a story where they went to visit Rabbi Yochanan ben Acharonis Matzu shoy rosh v'rubi b'sukkah v'shchon b'seicha bayis. This exact case, they didn't say anything to him. Omar lahem misham raya afhem omru loy. They did say something to him. Im keino yisam noyeg lo kiyamta mitzvah sukkah miyom mecha. That Beit Shammai told Beit Hillel that if this is what Rabbi Yochanan ben Acharonis did, he's not yoytz sukkah. Why? Because Beit Shammai hold that Beit Hillel is wrong. So mainly you see that if I hold you're wrong, so the reverse is true also. If Beit Hillel hold that Beit Shammai is wrong, then if you do like Beit Shammai, you're not yoytza. So if you're standing up and you lay down, you're not yoytza. They ask a great question here. What's the connection? Even according to Beit Hillel, if you lay down, you're yoytza. It's just Beit Shammai hold that you should be laying down. Beit Hillel hold you don't have to be laying down. But in the sukkah, Beit Shammai hold that it's usher to be sitting by a table. Fine. So now Rav Nachman Yitzchak comes and says one step further. Not only are you not yoytza, you deserve the death penalty. Why? From our Mishnah that we learned. I was on the way, and I tried to be machmir like Beit Shammai, and I listened, and I put myself in danger. And the Chacham told him, you should, had you died, you would have deserved it. In other words, you chayiv misa. Shavar ta'dir Beit Hillel.
Why is that every time you over?
Because for the fact that they say you deserve it, that means you deserve misa.
Why is that misa?
Because the guy was acting like an idiot.
You're not supposed to follow if you're breaking Rabbanon, like any Rabbanon. You're over in the Rabbanon. Yeah. We learned that in the beginning of the Masechta. If you the Gimel and Beis, where was it that we learned the Yechayiv Misa? Wasn't the Gimel and Beis? Where was it? Rabbi Sai Yechayiv Misa? And the Gemara says, why is such a strong lashon? Because Oina Sheina. We're concerned that you're going to fall asleep. Chazara, Rabbi say Chazara. It says V'chayiv Misa. If you don't go by the halacha of saying Kriya Shema Bechatzayis, Yechayiv Misa, or whatever the zman over there was. And the Gemara says all the Rabbanim Yechayiv Misa, Leisasuru, Leisasur. Says, okay, it only said it by Kriya Shema because we want to show people that the halacha, that Ma'ariv is Chayiv. All the Rabbans. I heard that the Chassam Sofer was makbet to stand by Kriya Shema, like Beit Shammai, but he would stand all the way from Yishtabach to show that he didn't just get up for Kriya Shema, he would stand from Yishtabach. And that's, I think, the halacha. It says you could go like, yeah? Okay, because he held that, not because he held the chashivas of Kriya Shema, etc. Says the Mishnah. It says in the pasuk Sheva Bayom Hilalticha, says Rashi, that we have to say 7 brachas for Kriya Shema. How do we break down 7? They're not an even number, so you do 3 and 4. B'shachar mevarich shtayim lefoneo v'achas la'achreo. 2 before Kriya Shema, 1 after, and the Gemara is going to explain which ones they are, what they're called. Most of us are familiar with them. Uba ered mevarech shtayim lefoneo v'shtayim lachareo. 2 and 2. So at night, achas aruka, emes ve'emuna is long, va'achas ksara. Amazing. Hashkivenu is short. In my book, Hashkivenu is one of the longest brachas in the world. It has 60 words. But compared to emes ve'emuna that has 151 words, it's a very short bracha. In general, and this is halacha for everything, if Chachamim are saking a certain bracha, don't try to shorten it. Don't insert your own words. If it finishes off with Baruch Hashem, don't take off Hashem's name. If there's no Baruch Hashem, don't be a Chacham and add Hashem's name there. You're not allowed to. We're turning the page, Daf Yud Aleph on Beis. How does it go? What? Who? 20 minutes. Havinenu. We'll learn about Havinenu. And you're not supposed to say Havinenu. A few years ago, I had the privilege of hosting Rabbi Erling Yashir in my house for 3 years, I think. On the first night, he said a vart, and it left an impression on me. I actually incorporated it into my davening till today. When you say Yoitzer Oir Uvarei Choshech, why the difference in the wording? Yoitzer Oir Uchoshech. He created both. Because Yitzira is to form something. You take a piece of wood and you form a table out of it. Boirei is to create Yesh Ma'ayin, to take something that doesn't exist and make it. Oir was in the world. He took the light and he lessened the light and he made it what we have today. But Choshech didn't exist. There's no darkness. He had to create it from scratch. And that's the difference in knowledge. Beautiful pshat. Yoitzer Oir uvoirei Choshech. He created darkness from nothing. Lema Yoitzer, huh? Okay, but he did it. It was okay. You don't like my pshat? Don't incorporate it.
There is machloket where the darkness
is a metzias, right, exactly. According to this pshat, it's not an absence of light. It's a metzias, it's a new creation, exactly, right. Rashi just sticks in there, by the way, Yishtabach. Where does Yishtabach fall into this whole thing? Rashi says Yishtabach is like Hallel. It has nothing to do with Kriya Shema, and Mameli could say before, when it's still dark. So, Leima Yoitzer Or Uvari Noiga. Choshech is a very harsh word. Darkness. Darkness is like heavy. It's like a scary word. Noiga is a little lighter. Noiga means, though, twilight. It's not 100% dark, but twilight. So why don't we say Yoitzer Or Uvari Noiga? It should be, talk a little nicer, kind of. We're using the word in the pasuk. So if you're using the word in the pasuk, and the pasuk says Choshech, the actual word in the pasuk is Ra. We change it around. We don't say Ra. We don't say exactly like it says in the pasuk because Ra is a really bad word. So we lighten it up and we say Uvari Hakol. It's showing various Hakol.
Shabbat is not part of Kriya Shema.
Yeah.
That is the conclusion of Sukkah Zimra.
Yeah.
At the beginning, Shabbat at the end.
Exactly. Good point also. That's another thing that, by the way, that's why we don't talk between Baruch Sha'amar and Yishtabach, because it's the bracha before and the bracha after. You're not supposed to make hefsek, yeah?
Why does the chazan take over at the beginning of Yishtabach and take over the end of Yishtabach?
Why? What's the difference? Why can't they say?
Because it's part of Sukkah Zimra. Why do we change the name?
Not an hour shul. Hour shul stands
I
over.
think the idea is that Kaddish has to be connected to our bracha.
Right.
So after you say the bracha.
But what's the difference when he gets up there? He's in the middle of his bracha. He just finishes it off in front of everybody else. I don't know. Okay, fine. Lishnam alyo chanami leiman noiga lishnam alyo. Ask the Gemara, let him say the better language. Elam arova kedei lahaski midas yoim balaylo midas layla bayoim. We want to insert the concept of night while we're saying a bracha of the day. Some explain, I think the Rishonim explain that Loitzim Libam, those people that say that there's two forces, one created night, one created day, we want to say no, the same HaKadosh Baruch Hu that created day created night. So, but we can't go easy on this word. We can't say noiga because noiga is twilight. It's in between. I want to say choshech, laila. Midas laila bayoyim. Bishleim midas laila bayoyim. Kedarmina yotzor v'choshech. Ela midas yom laila yichem mishkachas lo. What? What? Yeah. Well, forget about Ra. Ra, we took out, we said Hakol instead of. It's not important. That one we don't need. But now we have a concept that we have to bring up the night. Noiga doesn't say night as much as Choshech says night. Choshech, complete darkness, that means night. So what about in the daytime? When we talk in the night, what about Ma'ariv? We should insert day also to show that the Rebbeinu Shalom created day also. The first bracha in Ma'ariv, we say Goylel Or Mibnei Choshech v'Choshech B'nei Or. We mention the daytime. V'Yidoch Mahi, and what's the second bracha that we say? Or Rabbi Shmuel Ahava Rabba, like Ashkenaz. V'chein Or Le Rabbi Lazar Le Rabbi Das Bered Hava Rabba. Soon I'm going to have a big. Whoa! You're going to have a lot of help over here. Trust me. That's why I had to emphasize my thing first. Tainam Hachi, and it's in the Brisa. You don't say Hava Soilam in the Svard. Ela Hava Rabba. Great. Okay, we can go home now. Have a great day. V'Rabbanon Amri Ahava Soilam. The rabbis say you should say Ahava Soilam. V'cheinu Oimer. Oh, Nusach Svard is loving it now. V'Havas Oilam Ahavtich Akei Mishachtic Chased. I'll love you an eternal love. Mishachti Chased. I'll draw to you Chesed. Fine, that's then the sugya. But Taisus say, but it's not so fair because Taisus is Ashkenaz, and Taisus says that's why you're supposed to say both. You say have a rab in the morning and have a soilam at night to make a compromise. What? Shaburach Chavetz Chaim also, you can't bring in Mivim Rai from Ashkenaz. Fine.
I think that the people put mezuzah.
Pshara. You know that I don't. I told you I don't. All right, Rabbi Shmuel. Hishkim lishnois. If a person got up early in the morning to learn Torah, actually kar Kriya Shema, before he said Kriya Shema tzarich levarach, he has to say Birkas HaTorah. Mishakar Kriya Shema, once he says Kriya Shema, and that includes Hava Rabba in tzarich levarach. Shikvar nifta b'Hava Rabba, says Rashi. I can't find it, but anyways, Lilmar Delamed Lishmar Velasois. It has all the lashonos of second hour line for you. The same Bilibeinu Lilmar Delamed Lishmar Velasois L'Kaim is called every time there's secha. It says V'Talamdim. Maybe you have to take that out. V'Talamdim Chuker Tznecha. Okay, fine. Yeah. It says also that I didn't look it up, but I'm sure you guys know that a Havas Oilam and a Hava Rabba are identical besides the first two words. That's a fact? Okay.
No, they also have
Oh, so they're not identical. I knew there was something in there. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, big machlekes, pori machlekes. Comes Rav Hunan says, the only time you say Birkas HaTorah is for Chumash. Torah should be ksav. That's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us. That's what we say Birkas HaTorah. Ule medrash ein tzarich levarich. What's medrash? Not the little medrash says, not stories on the medrash. Rashi says medrash that explains the Torah, that teaches you halachas from the Torah. Sifri, the heavy medrash. Rabbi Lazar Amar lemikra ule medrash tzarich levarich. You have to. Why? Because the medrash comes to explain the Torah. So it's like the Torah. You're right. It's not the exact wording of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but it's part of the Torah. The Mishnah in tzarich levarich. However, Mishnah is you don't say Birkas HaTorah. Because it comes to explain the Chumash. But the Talmud in tzarich levarich, you don't have to make a bracha on Gemara. You must say a Birkas HaTorah on Gemara. You have to see Rashi for this. This is beautiful Rashi. Rashi dibra maskil af leTalmud tzarich levarich. Says Rashi, Shuhu Iker HaTorah Gemara Daf Yomi is the Iker Torah. Because you that's how you derive a halacha from the Gemara, not from Mishnah. It's like we learned in the beginning of the Sechta. Talmud, Hainu Svaris Taimei Mishnah, teaches you the logic behind the Mishnah. V'tirutze Mishnayis, and it also explains away the contradictions in Mishnayis. V'chasurim machsira. A lot of people have a problem with this. but the Gemara teaches you where to insert words that are missing in the Mishnah. In those days, they didn't need those words. It was obvious to them how to read it. But the Gemara teaches us where to stick in, what to take out. And Memela, it's Iker Torah. They were learning Sifra. The Beit Rav, have a Magdin Komash Yodei, he would wash his hands, Ubarich, and he would make a Birkas HaTorah on Sifra, Umasalam Pirkin. My Mevarach, what bracha do you make? Or maybe the Shmuel HaShekhet Shem says of Tzivanu, La'asik B'divrei Soira, only one bracha. Rabbi Yochanan Messiah Bahachi, Rabbi Yochanan will finish it off. Harav no Hashem Lekenu is Divrei Seiros Befinu Befir Samcha Beis Yisrael V'Anachnu V'Tzetzoenu V'Tzetzoei Amcha Beis Yisrael Kulanu Yodi Shemecha V'Oiskei Soresecha. The Rif and the Rosh are Goyres Loim De Soresecha. Baruch Adar Hashem Hamilamed Torah L'Amo Yisrael. In other words, you need to be chosim here. You have to say Hashem's name at the end. Rav Nuna Omar Asher Baruch Habonu Mikol Ha'amim V'Nosan Lonu Es Torah Soi Baruch Atah Hashem Noisen HaTorah. We say all three. Rav Nuna Zuhi Mulish Berachos. Noisen HaTorah is the best. Why? Says Rashi, because it gives shvach to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it gives shvach to the Torah, and it gives shvach to Klal Yisrael. Hilkoch, since we have these three shitos, Limrina Lukulu, that's why we have to say all three of them. Not awesome. So the Sgan HaKoyanim came and said, Rabbi Isai, we just finished doing the Talmud. When do you do the Talmud? At the crack of dawn. It's still dark outside. Let's make one bracha. Now we just said that there's two brachas before Kriya Shema. I'm telling you, only make one bracha. We don't have time. Say one bracha. The Gemara is going to say this machlokes which one it is. Either it's Yotza'ar or Avarabba. One of the two. Veheim berchu, and they made a bracha. V'kara Aseres HaDibros, and they said the Aseres HaDibros. We don't say Aseres HaDibros anymore. Why? Because of the tzdukim, because of the minim, they say that that's the only Torah that we have. So we took that out. But they used to say Aseres HaDibros, Shema, and they would say Kriya Shema before Zman Kriya Shema. V'ayim Shemaya, like the Mishnah says over there, that if you say Kriya Shema like the Kohanim, you're not Yoitza. V'ayim Shemaya, they said Shema, V'ayim Shemaya, V'yomer, all three parashas. U'barchos ha'am shalosh brachos, and they gave Klal Yisrael three brachos. What are they? Emes v'yatziv, the first bracha after Kriya Shema. V'avoida. What's V'avoida? Let's see Rashi inside. V'avoida, it's ritzei basically, but since it's a little different, we should see Rashi. B'shvil ha'avoida sh'asu ha'im mevarch ma'achrei ritzei Hashem elokeinu avoidas amcha Yisrael v'isha Yisrael u'sfilosam tekabel b'rotzoin. Baruch ha'mekabel avoidas am Yisrael b'rotzoin. That's one way to finish it off. Inami sha'oischa levadcha b'yir navoid, like a lot of people say on Yontif, by duchning. U'birkos kohanim, and they would say birkos kohanim. Rashi learns that it's the three psukim, Yivarech Hashem Yishmerecha, but they did birkos kohanim. They would put their hands like this and do a whole duchening, Taisis Mechulik, and said just the psukim without duchening. And they would add another bracha on Shabbos because there's 24 mishmaris, there's 24 watches. Every Shabbos they would switch off. So when one mishmar went in and the other kohanim left, they would say one bracha for the kohanim that are leaving. Now the question is, my bracha achas. What bracha are we referring to? Huh? Oh, what did I say? I told you, the guy didn't miss, not a letter, not a word, a letter in Shas he didn't miss. Not going to sell it. So Yishkoyach for the seal. My bracha achas. Which bracha did the Kohanim say in the Beis Hamikdash? They have biyadayu. They didn't know. Nobody knew. I'll tell you what Shmuel said. Ahava Rabbah. Now don't get excited. This is the same Shmuel that said before that's Ahava Rabbah, not Ahava Soilem. Okay, so it's not another Shita. So Shlakish says it's Yoitze Ar. Shmuel says it's Ahava Rabbah. We learned it, we inferred it from something, but it wasn't a Mefurish halacha. Why? The Amar Reb Zreika, Amar Reb Ami, Amar Reb Shimon ben Lakish. Zoisi Meres. Say about Peh maybe. From the fact that the Kohanim, the Beis Hamikdash, only say one bracha. So we learn halacha, says Reb Zreika, that brachas are not makiv one another. In other words, if there's two brachas together, let's say for example tefillin, I don't say two brachas, but everybody else does. Two brachas, one in the hand, one in the head. If you say one out of the two, you're yaitza. That one, you're yaitza. They're not ma'akiv. They're not connected to each other. So Mela, you see from here also that brachas are not ma'akiv. If I say one bracha, I say yaitzer ar, or I say havarab, I'm yaitza. Says Gemara, I'll prove to you from this, I'll prove to you which one of the two they actually said. Why? A havarabba you could say all night long. There's no zman for a havarabba. Yaitzer ar is about ar. It has to be light. You can only say it when the light comes out. Now, if they said a havarabba and not yaitzer ar, there's no raya that they're not ma'akiv one another. Because perhaps, when did they say these brachas? Like we just mentioned, it was really dark outside. They said the Talmud, they did the Talmud, they put the Talmud on the Mizbeach, they salted it, and then they said these brachas. Pitch dark outside. You can't possibly say yaitzer ar. So there's no raya that one is not connected to the other, because you have to wait anyways to say yaitzer ar for 2 hours until you can say it. But if they said yaitzer ar, so it's a great raya that they're connected. Because why didn't they say havarabba? They didn't say havarabba because they didn't have time. Okay, but you could have said it. The pshat is that they didn't need to say it. They're not connected to each other. One bracha is not dependent on the other. That's the raya. Let's see inside. It's a little bit difficult, but not the end of the world. So he didn't say mefurish, this halacha, but we could infer from him. Zoisei meres, 2 lines from the bottom. From the fact that you only say one out of the 2 brachas, I learned from here another halacha. Berachos ei ma'ak v'zuzu. If the 2 brachas together, they're not ma'akiv one another. Now, if the one out of the 2 brachas which they said was yaitzer ar, that's a great raya. The one is not connected to the other. Why? The fact is, they picked one. They could have said 2. They don't feel like saying 2. So you see that one is not connected to the other. Why didn't they say the second one? They didn't have time. They were in a rush. They wanted to do it well. But what if they said havarabba first and they didn't say yaitzer ar? Hava amri, then you don't have a great raya that brachas are not makiv one another. My brachas are not makiv, because it simply wasn't the right time to say it. That's why you didn't say it. Maybe they are ma'akiv. As soon as it's available to say, they said yaitzer. Maybe they said it later on. Zok okay, but it's still a great raya that all they said in Beis Hamikdash was yaitzer ar and not a havarabba. So what's the difference? Why are you telling me, oh, and I inferred it? He didn't say mefurish, I inferred. Is there a difference if you infer from somebody's vart or that he said mefurish from his mouth? Yes. The miklala, if I just inferred and I don't know specifically that Reb Zreika said this in the name of Shlakish. You know what? One of the 2 brachas that they said was a havarabba, not yaitzer. They did say yaitzer later on when the time came. What was Rish Lakish trying to bring out here? A concept that brachas are not makizuzu, trying to say another. Say the brachas. Because yaitzer is supposed to come first and then a havarabba. In the Beis Hamikdash they did have a havarabba maybe. And then yaitzer comes Rish Lakish and says, you see, it doesn't matter in what order you say bracha, you can say it in any order if there's 2 brachas. But not to say that you could say one without the other. Perhaps they said both. Have a wonderful day.